your biggest challenge or biggest hurdle that you had to overcome?
In the beginning, there was very few hurdles. The hurdles were internal, helping me learn how to coach. So I read probably 100 books on coaching. I went and found every book written by every professional sports coach, because every professional sports coach that wins, whether it be hockey or football or baseball or basketball or college, they read a book, okay, which is, I love that because I read them all. So the biggest challenge was not external, it was external. Then the second challenge was being able to find, and I was very lucky to have 5 or 6 key people that I trusted to become coaches. Then the challenge was trying to get the companies. Okay, so now watch this. You and Sam have never had a challenge with me having your people at my seminar. Because if your people were at my seminar and they went back and produced more,
Everybody
your people
wins.
won, you and Sam won, and the customers won. So the biggest challenge I faced was trying within all the major franchises to get the training director not to screw up the program. Because the training directors became the hurdle between myself and the company allowing me to train.
Very interesting.
So
like they would come back and say, oh, don't do that, or you do it this.
Well, they want to edit everything I say. So I would say if a customer says, I want you to cut the commission, I say, smile and say, no, any other questions? Oh, no, don't say it that way. They could get mad. Well, how are you going to say it? How much do you want me to cut it?
Right.
So the biggest hurdle then was the training directors. So then what I realized is I had to quit relying on organizations. I had to rely on individuals. So then I started accumulating a database of individuals that accepted what I had to say. So like today, we have 400,000 names in our database. And of those 400,000, we probably have about 86,000 what we call real customers. Okay? A lot of your agents, obviously you and Sam. And people say, well, God, that's a big group of customers. There's 1.2 million agents in the country. We have 86,000. We're that big. So the next hurdle was really accepting the fact that most people are never going to do what I was going to say. And that was probably the biggest hurdle, because I believe so strongly, as you and I know, in what I say, that for people to openly, criticize me every day, whether it be in the news media, in the newspapers, in newsletters, and companies banning me. I mean, I got banned by everybody. I still have companies today that banned me from speaking 40 years later, and the people that banned me don't even know why they banned me.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So that's got to be mentally draining for you. It's got to be mentally challenging. How do you continue to fight? How do you continue to keep swinging?
If you don't believe in yourself, the vote is unanimous. Okay? And I believe in myself, and I believe in what we do, and I believe in my customers and the success they have. But, and I've shared this with you in the past, but, I wasn't the brightest bulb in the pack going to school here locally. Flunked out of college my freshman year, which I did. Barely made it out of high school, okay? I went to a Catholic high school in Santa Ana. But I got lucky to have a couple of guys that said, if you don't read 300 books a year, every year for the rest of your life, you're always going to be stupid. I've never done it, but I've read about 200 books a year for the last 50 years. So just before you folks walked in, I was reading. And my wife says, if you watch Mike Ferry, if he's not engaged in an activity personally or in the business that is on purpose, he's reading. I read all day long, every day. And that keeps the mind active, and it blocks out all the crap.